It is Friday, April 12th, 2019. I haven't made one of these videos in a little while. There's a lot going on in my life, and I wanted to talk about it. So, I read a bunch of books. I read The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. I read Everybody Writes by Anne something. I read part of that. I'm like a quarter of the way through it. Really great book. And I'm currently reading The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss. Happy anniversary. I don't know who that is. Anyway. And there's been some horrible, turbulent shit in my life. My best friend from work got fired. And I felt like it was because of bad reasons. And that is a biased opinion from a biased individual, myself. I am alone in this city, and that friend was, someone who was real at that place. Sometimes I walk into that place and I have, I feel lonely, and that was a real dude that is no longer there, and that's okay. And I thought to myself, like, do I want to be here for a long time? No, I don't. I knew that, but is this okay for now? That's what I asked myself. Is this okay for now? A place that would treat, someone I care about in that way. It's like, and ultimately, my decision, I think, is that trying to find another job is the same. Like it's wasted time, I think, because it's like, anywhere I go, I'm gonna start over, right? I don't know. I know that's a bad reason to make decisions, but like, I'm already seeing the fruits of my efforts here. I've been, really in a productive and hustle mindset since day one. And I already see myself getting more responsibility. I'm seeing people come to me with problems. I'm seeing, and I'm solving the problems. Hopefully, there's definitely problems that, are really difficult to solve, and I do everything that we can, but when, the problem, I don't get frustrated when we can't solve the problem. I take the action, then I wait for the next step in the solution, and then we move from there. But anyway, I'm gonna stay, and I don't know, I know that's, like, some people, whatever, like, and the other thing is, like, I'm a little pissed off. Like, I'm just pissed. Like, I feel like people take advantage of me because I'm naive and friendly, and I assume the best in people. I read a book called Give and Take a long time ago, and it talks about how the best type of person is a disagreeable giver, right? A person that will go above and beyond, right? But someone who has a hard shell and basically, cares a lot about what they spend their time on, right? An example being like, I don't know. I need to reread that book, to be honest with you, because I know there's a lot of, like, really important, good information. Anyway, The 4-Hour Workweek, the guy talks about how he literally works for 4 hours a week, and then he does whatever else he wants to. He has adventures, right? He has mini vacations. I think that is amazing, right? I think that he treats people poorly in the book. He describes all these, like, things that he can do to, like, work more efficiently, but, like, I think that he treats people poorly. So it's like, I don't think it's a good idea to drop everything and say, yeah, I'm gonna, work for 2 hours every day and then move to, like, Mexico. I think that's crazy. I think that sounds interesting temporarily. But I don't know, like, I I don't know, just a lot of really cool information in that book. I'm not going to try to summarize all the information in there, but basically, you know, hey, prioritize the shit that's actually important. Like, if you just stopped doing all the other shit that wasn't important, like, what would happen? Would the world just end? You know, would there be fire? You know, probably not. It's probably not what's going to happen. So find out what's important and then figure out how to do it, or figure out how to get other people to do it, right? So he has virtual assistants. If it can be automated, automate it, right? They cost $25 an hour, right? So, okay, cool. I started thinking about my own shit, and it's like, okay, I want to become a famous YouTuber. I fucking do. I think it'd be fucking awesome to have 1 million people that really want to hear what you say and validate everything about you, right? When you feel insecure, like, you just say, hey, like, I think it'd be fucking great. I think it would be really cool to have 1 million people. If you wanted to start a company, they suddenly will show up for fucking day one, whether it's good or not, you know? Like, if you want to fucking have, like, a big joke, you know, that you do with a fucking 1 million people, and, you know, like, you just want to, or if you want to fucking change 1 million people's lives, or, like, you know, make that, like, 1 million people think differently in some small way, right? If you want them, I don't know. I guess it's motivation for fame, right? Maybe that makes me a shitty person, but fuck it. Like, I'm not fucking perfect, man. Like, fuck. Like, I don't know. I want that. That is something I've wanted since I was a kid, you know? I've watched these people, you know, have these lives that are just amazing, where they can go and they make these small stories and they give them to 1 million fucking people every fucking day. So anyway, the idea is, what can I automate in the process that's hopefully going to come to 1 million subscribers, right? Well, anything that can be done on the computer can probably be outsourced to someone else, right? And that's something that, you know, almost every single part of YouTube is on the computer, from editing to, you know, to uploading to, you know, thumbnail creation, you know. So it's like, I could just have, like, it would start with an editor, right? And the person would edit. I would write the script, right? So I don't know. Basically, I think what would be cool would be to have, in a perfect world, let's just outline a perfect world really quick. Fuck it, why not? So, perfect world, I have an idea. I researched that idea. You know, I watched videos from a group. So basically, I would do this with Why It's Trending. The other reason why I'm thinking about this again, Why It's Trending just hit 300 subscribers, which I know isn't very many, but I haven't touched that channel in 6 months at least, you know? So it grew 150 subscribers in 6 months with nobody doing anything, right? And part of the reason is because Andrew Rea, or Binging with Babish, is subscribed to that channel, and it's just, I mean, the millions of people that flood to his shit, there's a runoff that drips to that, and it's a very small one, but, like, we can increase that if we tried. So anyway, cool. What are the processes that I would use my creative brain, right? My, you know, if I'm going to captain the boat, right? I need to steer the ship, right? So what can be the ship so that I can just focus on steering, right? Well, the ship is editing, the ship is uploading, the ship is thumbnail creation, the ship is editing my script, right? So I think it starts by Noah has an idea, Noah does research, Noah writes notes, Noah writes the rough draft of a script. Noah sends the rough draft of a script to someone else. The script gets edited by that person, suggestions get made, and then it gets sent back to Noah. Noah takes those suggestions, makes the final version of the script. Noah films the video. He shoots for like 30 minutes to an hour. That footage gets sent off to someone else, who then goes through that footage, cuts it up, selects their favorite takes, sends those takes to me for review. I say yes or no. They go back to them. That person adds B-roll. That video gets sent to me for final review. That person then uploads that video, and then someone else puts a thumbnail on it. And then it goes out. I think that would be an automated process where then I could free my time to focus on the content part. What am I gonna say so I don't sound like a fucking idiot? Because you know what? Like, that's what's important, you know? Helping people. Like the video is a communication medium. I'm not an artist. I want the video to be watchable. I want the video to communicate the smart ideas and information, but I don't give a fuck about the video. I don't give a fuck about how the clips go together. I give a fuck about the ideas are coming from my brain, because I'm an ego-driven bastard, into the brains of other people. So, when eventually, before I do any of this, I'm gonna fucking work till June 9th on my dog store. I'm running into some problems with that. I spent a lot of time making a data collection form, and nobody seems to fucking be inclined to help me fill it out. The people that I thought were going to help me, turns out they don't want to help me very much. Because people are shitty sometimes. And that's okay, because I can't control them, I can control me. Anyway, right now, I'm going to go take a shower. I've been going places by myself and just being there, because I think that I constantly have thoughts that are negative about myself that come from other people, and they swirl around in my fucking brain, and it's horrible. And I think 90% of the time I'm thinking dog shit things about myself. And I think going out and fucking just being the weird loner, that is a fucking push-up for your brain to, like, say, hey, jettison those negative things and just go exist in a place. I've met fucking probably 10, I've had 10 amazing conversations with some of the most interesting people I've ever met in my life, just from going to places and saying hi to strangers. And that was in the past 2 days or so. And it's like, fuck. I don't know. So, anyway, that's the plan right now. I'm going to go take a shower. I just went skateboarding, and I went to a festival, and I talked to a guy from Africa who told me about the civil war happening in his country and how his house was burned to the ground. And it was like, wow, that is more... I would rather talk about that than hear stupid fucking bullshit about taking vacations or about the type of car that you're going to get. Like, holy shit, this dude came here from Africa 6 years ago, hasn't seen his family, and their house was burned to the ground, and now he's trying to get his mom here so that, you know, because then she can recommend and get the rest of his family here. It's like, and he doesn't see that as a sad story. It's like, oh, this man's a fucking legend. And I'm surrounded by people that talk about the types of cars they have, and who talk about how they're going to invest in their 401k, and it's like, fuck you, I want to go talk to Moses. Anyway, I'm done now, because my computer's full of video. Okay, I'm a little angry this week. My buddy got fucking canned, man. Fuck!